If the latch hole is not in the center of the door, then you loosen the 4 bolts. You loosen the 4 bolts here, here, and the 2 above. They're in slotted holes. And you use this jacking bolt to raise and lower the latch drill assembly until it bores a hole in the center of the door. The vertical adjustment for the faceplate router is here. These nuts here control the bottom surface of the mortise. These nuts here control the top surface of the mortise. And we can adjust the width of the mortise by adjusting one or both of the nuts. If the mortise is the correct width and it just needs to be centered on the door, we can loosen the main lock nut up here and turn the entire bolt to change the centering on the door. To adjust the mortise lengthwise of the door, we have 2 adjustment bolts. This adjustment bolt adjusts the edge of the mortise, which is to the operator's right. This bolt adjusts the edge of the mortise to the operator's left. This is the process loop controller, Micrologic's process loop controller, which controls the functions for the faceplate router. If we're going to change the time base for the faceplate router, which means that we're going to change the amount of time it takes for the faceplate router to move horizontally, you can open the top door. Input number I1 starts the cycle for the faceplate router. Right now we have a jumper that is running from I1 to I3. This sets the time base at 5 1/4 seconds. So it takes 5 1/4 seconds to move horizontally. If we move the jumper from I3 over to I2, that changes the time base to 4 seconds. If we remove the jumper completely, then the time base is 3 seconds. When you change the time base for the faceplate router, what you're changing is the amount of time that it takes for the faceplate router to move horizontally. So you'll also need to adjust the flow controls on the horizontal cylinder to match that time. For instance, it is now set for 5 1/4 seconds. If we change it to 4 seconds, we'll need to increase the speed that the cylinder moves at so that it will complete its cycle within the time allowed. To adjust the depth of the mortise, we have a stop bolt here. Screwing this bolt out will make the mortise deeper. Screw it in to make the mortise shallower.